In today's lesson, I'm going to talk about 3 tips for women over 50 to help them burn belly fat. What's up, everyone? It's Anthony from AB Fitness Center, where we help you to lose body fat, gain muscle, and get stronger. Today, we're going to be talking about women over 50, and I know what you're thinking. What does this guy know? Well, truth be told, we've helped thousands of women over the age of 50 lose 50 plus pounds and really transform their lives and get them to understand nutrition. So every pound that they've lost has actually been off their bodies for years now. So if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. This way you never miss a beat and you get real life, applicable fitness information without the fluff. And if you haven't already, also head over to my Instagram at AB Fitness. And if you have a question, please feel free to ask me there and I'll answer it on this for you. So let's get rolling. I know like I said, you see a guy here and you're like, what does he know about losing belly fat? Well, like I said, this is literally what we at AB Fitness Center specialize in. We specialize in helping women lose that body fat. And hormonally, you guys are in a different place than you were when you were younger. So that's why specifically today I'm talking to you guys. So we all know menopause happens, and as menopause starts to happen, you produce less estrogen than you were when you were younger. And that also, it has been shown that women, as they age and as after they go through menopause, have been shown to put on more belly fat, especially around that midsection is where they kind of add that body fat. So that's why I think it's so important to talk about these 3 tips, because these 3 things are going to be so important to help you to rid that belly fat and just overall change the way your body looks. So first and foremost, I want to say you can't blame your hormones. It's just something that happens naturally. There's nothing you could do about that. So instead of worrying about the things that you can't control, focus on the things that you can control. So yes, it's going to take a little bit longer than when you were 20 to lose some body fat this time, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. All right, so let's roll. Years of yo-yo dieting for you, because I know most women in their 50s, they've tried this or that. They've tried counting points. They've tried fasting, they've tried no carbs, they've tried South Beach, all these different types of crazy diets. So years of yo-yo dieting and going up and going down also kind of wreaks havoc on your metabolism, going through what I like to call the diet cycle. And I've made a video about that on here, and I'll link it somewhere for you guys to follow through. But, years of yo-yo dieting ruins your metabolism, because you go through periods of very low calories and then you spikes up in very high calories. And going through that cycle is just very bad for your metabolism. So you got to remember too that not one sit-up can fix that. So if you think this video is going to be about okay, we're going to do crunches on the floor, it's not going to do it. 70% of your results are going to come from what you eat. 70. That's a huge number. So what that basically means, and what I'm telling you, is that your diet is going to control everything. All right, so we got to be focusing on that in order to burn body fat and belly fat in general. The diet. This is why, think about it. If it was really up to exercise and working out, everybody would be in shape. Because a lot of people, they really try. They go, they go to the gym pretty regularly. Maybe you're doing some cardio right now, trying to burn belly fat, and just nothing's happening. And that's because you're not focusing on 70% that's going to bring those results. So tip number 1, and again, they're in no particular order, but tip number 1, you need to understand how nutrition works. And the best way to understand how nutrition works is to practice something called flexible dieting. Okay, flexible dieting will help you to understand how nutrition works. So basically, tracking macros. So your body doesn't discriminate against foods. So if me and you right now, we went out and we got bagels, it's not like our bodies are gonna say, oh my God, they're eating bagels, let me store it in their love handles. It doesn't work like that. Your body only sees protein, carbs, fats, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, etc. It doesn't see what you eat, it just sees the amounts. So this is why tracking macros makes it so much easier for you to understand how nutrition works, because it boils down to those 3 things. So for example, it's kind of hard to see, but this woman right here, all right, it's tough for you guys to see. I'm in the gym right now, so it's kind of tough for you to see what's on our wall, but one of our most successful clients, who is in her 50s, her thing was wine. I need to have wine every night. It's just something that I do. So as long as she's able to fit her wine into her nutrition budget for the day, she can still make progress. And she's lost over 50 pounds with us. She's been with us for almost 3 years at this point, and she's kept it all off. So that's the point, is you want to be able to lose this weight and keep it off while enjoying your life. And flexible dieting allows you to fit the things in that you might normally think would be on a diet. So like with flexible dieting, you're allowed to have carbohydrates. You're allowed to have fats. You're allowed to have your wine when you want it. But it makes it much more sustainable than, okay, I'm going to go on this diet for 4 weeks and I'm never going to veer off of it. And then what happens after that 4 weeks? It's almost like if I told you, okay, look, the secret is never having carbs again. You could probably do that because you're motivated, you're watching this, you really want to change, and you could probably do that for a little bit of time. But then it'll come that one day where you're at a party and there's food in front of you and there's carbs galore, and you're like, Anthony's not looking. And then you overeat, and then you go through that vicious diet cycle that we talked about. So that's the first thing. You got to understand what a protein is, what a carb is, what a fat is, and you have to begin to track how many of those you're eating every day, because that's going to help. Number 2, you need to build more muscle. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, okay? And I want you guys to remember this. Body fat, I actually have some displays here, so let's bring them out. So body fat, okay, is designed to store calories. This is a pound of muscle. They're both a pound, and you can see the difference in size. But muscle is designed to burn calories. Muscle is active tissue in your body. Muscles help you move, and muscles help to raise your metabolism because muscle cells actually burn calories. Fat cells are designed to store calories. So if you're weight training and you're building muscle, again, you're not gonna look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or anything like that, but if you're building muscle, it's gonna help you to burn more calories at rest. So that's why building muscle is so important for women over 50 and just women in general, because women always carry less muscle than men. It's just a simple fact. This is why when a man and a woman goes on a diet, the man always loses so much more so fast because they have more muscle than women. It's just the way it goes. And that has to do with hormones as well. So you need to be building more muscle. How do you build muscle? 1, you eat a little bit more protein, and 2, you work out with weights. That's the 2 simple things. So if you're not weight training right now, you need to go find a coach. You need to go and start lifting weights. Okay, that's first and foremost. Start building some muscle, start building some tissue in your body that's gonna be able to burn calories, not store them. All right, and number 3, I want you to begin to use a habit tracker. So now the cool thing is we have all this at our fingertips with our phones. So you can literally download a habit tracker on your phone. I think I use one called Habit Tracker actually. I have an iPhone, so that's what I use. But you wanna use a habit tracker and begin to make habits every day for you to follow to do that. So maybe one of the habits is, okay, I download MyFitnessPal and I track my macros every day. So that's one habit. And you check the box when you do that. Then the second habit is, okay, I'm gonna join the gym and I'm gonna start weight training a couple times a week. And then you check that. The other thing too, building a habit tracker to building better habits, sleep is very important. So this tip is kind of like a bunch of tips combined, but sleep is very important. So you want to, put sleep on that list. You burn more fat when you sleep, and studies have shown time and time and again, the more rest you have, the less likely you are to binge the next day. So sleep is very important. So you got to check that box. Drinking your water, that's very important. And maybe picking like 3 or 4 good, solid habits and checking them off every day will help you to build more momentum and build this base so that you can continue this forever. Because my goal for you is listening to this is to be able to burn this body fat and keep it off. This is 1 pound of fat. Okay, healthy, sustainable, long-term weight loss is 1 pound a week of pure fat. So, and in 1 pound of body fat contains 3,500 calories. That's a lot of calories. That's real weight loss. What you see on TV and what you see on Instagram, I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. That's all nonsense. You got to think long term. So that was tip number 3. I actually have a bonus tip for you. So I have a 4th tip. Because this is a belly fat video, right? I would be, you're probably looking for some ab exercises. So I'm going to give them to you. Okay. So tip number 4 for women over 50 in order to burn belly fat. And again, you could do all the crunches and stuff you want. Nothing's going to happen unless you actually change the diet. But, if you are going to do anything for your core, the best exercises that you could do over the age of 50 are planks. Planks and side planks. Those are your best friends. Planks are one of the best exercises that you can be doing to strengthen up your core. And especially for women over 50, it's an easy exercise for you to build up endurance in. So, and it's very simple. You get down on the ground, you hold your hands on you go on your elbows, you kind of hold yourself as flat as you can, and you build up in time to do that. If you want to work up to doing at least a minute for a regular plank, a minute on one side and a minute on the other side, and do that. If you could do that every day, that would be really good and you would strengthen up your core a lot. So if you're looking for an ab exercise, that's the best one that you could focus on. That's very, very low injury risk and is very easy to attain and something you could build off of it. Maybe that's something that you could add into your tip number 3, which is your habit tracker. All right, so hopefully this video helped you. If it did, make sure you watch this one and this one because it's gonna help get you to that next level also. And if you're interested in some coaching and transforming your body, head over to the website in the description, which is abfitnesstrainer.com, and apply for a spot. And I could definitely help you to set up your macros, give you a great workout plan, and help you to build those habits so you can do this every day. Believe me, I do this for thousands of people every day, and I can definitely help you. All right, so drop a like below, and I will catch you guys on the next one.